Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales in my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League. So I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which could be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to near the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle Blue Moon, and you'll definitely understand why as we go along here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. Alright, so we got the new recruits here on Moon. It's a good map for them. This is Jumpstart. He's my Orkin Exodus Inquisitor. And I'm taking him over here to see where I am needed. This is called Blue Moon, and I'll tell you why. As you know, in a beacon-based game like Domination or a Beacon Rush, beacons is more important than damage. Damage comes when you're going after the beacons, but your whole focus on every single match should always be where is the beacon that I need to cap, not where is the damage that I can go get. Don't go hunting down enemies, hunt down beacons. Beacons is what wins the battles, and the enemies will be there. If you want to fight, you'll find them. Look, all blue right now, because we are focused on the beacons first, and that's what you'll always see me going toward. I am not, if there is a pack of red somewhere, I will help chip them down because they're threatening a beacon. But if they're not threatening a beacon, I'll leave them alone, because that's what this game is about. You want to know why I can take level 6 bots in against experts and masters and even champs sometimes? Because I'm not trying to take them on. I'm taking on the beacons. And all you need to do, and this is what I explained to someone the other day, all you need to do is find the easiest path to the beacon that you need. Now, what's going on here? There's a red beacon. I need to turn that blue. I can't until the guy underneath me is gone, but I know that he's by himself, which means he's going to die soon, and when he does, I'm here to cap the beacons. That's all I'm ever doing is looking for the beacon that I have the best chance of turning. Now, there's a beacon over there to my left, and I'm looking around. Can I take it? Yeah, now I can. Before I couldn't because he was there, but now we have two. Now I'm going to stay here. I'm going to turn invisible. I'm going to try to keep this one blue. I'm going to do my best. I'm holding out to try to make this liberated. Now my little buddy over there with his little Loki, I don't know if he's going to make it or not, but I can't deal with that. I got to go to my closest one. This is my Loki. Now look, I am not even after this guy. I'm going to chip him away when I can, when he's busy, because he's threatening this beacon. But I can't do anything about him now. I have to let that go. But I can get this beacon. And now I've got some guys on me. But I'm going to stay here as long as I can. I'm going to chip him when I can, go back to stealth, and do what I can. Look, I've got it blue. I accomplished the mission that I was after. I didn't do it long, but look, my guys took him out and it was nice. So now I'm going into my little, this is Whiz Bang. He is my little, he's my little blitz with gusts and a halo and a mag. And again, I'm looking for a place to turn him blue. Right now, it's that one. I can take this guy on. I know I can at least assassinate one, turn this one blue. That's all I'm ever doing. This is a blue moon. I didn't quite get it, but that's the focus of my job. Every single time when I look at a battle, I'm watching the battlefield, not and where the beacons are, what the beacon count is, and where the and how we're doing on that. If we're down on beacon bar and beacons, I got to go after the beacon first. Always focus on the beacons, guys. Keeping them blue. That's all I ever talk about. That's how you win these battles, guys. Hey, lots of good pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Jack of All Trades, and I'll explain why as we go along here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Theta. All right, this is Dead City. We got the old guard in here. This is Major Pain. He's my beautiful Zeus Fury. The Zeuses are at level 9. The bots are all at level 6 on all my weapons, or excuse me, all my bots, and that's just how I roll. This tutorial account is really designed with the intermediate pilot in mind. It's trying to help you understand the mindsets that I've developed over nearly 4 years of playing the game to help me do more with less. Because with the expense of building up or upgrading bots, especially for people who aren't making gobs and gobs of silver every day, it gets a little slow. But you know what? You don't have to have the highest firepower in order to do well, as long as you have a good mindset. Part of that mindset is really how you approach a battle. What I've always done is I've looked at my my hangar as kind of a toolbox, if you will. I pull out tools as I need them. You need to be kind of a jack of all trades. You need to be able to do a little bit of all fighting styles. Some people like to brawl, some people like to be a runner and stuff like that. I think you should be able to do a little bit of everything. Part of that is making sure that you have a little bit of everything at your disposal. So I open up with the general. People call them campers, I call them long-range support bots. And what I've been able to do with this beautiful Zeus Fury is guard this beacon over to my little right there. I can always look back at our spawn if someone makes it back there. And obviously, I got a really good view of the center. And also this whole hallway to my right as well. So it's really good for me to be able to just basically keep the center cleared up, or at least, look at that, at least I fry him down by quite a bit, get him chunked out. I got that Ares a little bit earlier to my right down the hallway. Now, look at that, you see that guy with the zeniths? You know what that is? That is one of my fans. I made a fan because I kept melting people down. That's a great Fury sweet spot I was at, but because he saw me and I really can't stand there anymore, it's time for me to kind of get busy and do a few more things. I'm going to try to move around. There he is. He's like, I'm going to get you back for getting me. I was probably his Ares that I took out. That's okay. You know what? I'm not supposed to stay here all the game, just enough to watch the monitor and monitor the pace of the game. Basically, I usually take this as long as I can, but I don't sit here forever. Because you need to be a jack of all trades. At some point, the battle starts getting a little hectic. Right now, we've been able to maintain a 3-2 beacon advantage, but we're down on beacon bar. So for a while, we weren't. So now it's time to change into my next tool here, or my next little guy. So this is more of an in-closer brawler, but the range on the Avengers is 500 meters, so I can do some damage from a distance as well. But he's really more of a durable bot to get in, get all tanky, and start pushing my weight around. This is my Avenger Bulwark. So I'm going to try to get in here and chip some guys that are down. Now this guy's coming right on top of me, and he was able to flame me down in no time. But I'm not done yet. So this is another kind of a range bot, but he's very nimble. Unlike the Bulwark, he's very, very fast. This is my Russian death button Raven. So I can really jump forward, jump back, get out of the way, get in the way, get wherever I want to go. And see that? As long as you have your jumps recharge pretty quickly. I've got a skill on him, which allows him to power up quickly as well on a regular basis. Like every second he powers up to his maximum, so he's always going to stay in fairly good health. So got to keep him blue. Got to make sure we're keeping the advantage here. I'm going to jump around, see if I can get to this guy, jump around, see where else I can do. Now, it's a Russian death button Raven. He's got good range, but he's not explosive on the power on the damage output. So I might get chunked out, but I've already done some pretty good damage. So now I'm into another thing here. You got to be able to do a little bit of everything. You got to be a jack of all trades when you play this game. Now this guy hit his little spaceship, and he's going to come out pretty soon here. Now I'm going to cap that one blue. Now we're at a 4-1 beacon advantage, and I've got a nice nimble bot. I can really do some jumping around. I know what I can and can't do. Only 300-meter range on that one, so I'm not going to try to take that guy off in the far distance there. I can go to the center, get this one back to blue. That guy's already doing it, so I don't have to go anywhere else. And we have a 4-1 beacon advantage. This game is just about over. Keeping some pressure was good, but having basically being a jack of all trades, doing a little bit of every kind of fighting that you need to be able to do in this battle is what you're going to have to start learning. So always make sure that you're kind of not just one-sided or one-dimensional, but be a little bit of everything. Be a jack of all trades out there. Make sure you outfit your toolbox to be able to do that, and you'll have your hanger, I should say, and you'll have a good time out there on the battlefield. Great pilots on both sides. That was awesome. Hey, if you see your name here, thanks for the game. Peace out. Okay, guys, let's take a look at my Beacon Rush hanger. We got the Avenger Bulwark. We got the Gust Halo Pursuer. We got the Death Button Raven. We got the Death Button Inquisitor. And we got my Spark Scourge Mender. The bots are all level 6. The weapons are at level 9. I use these faster, high DPS fighters to play my Beacon Rush. And I'm going to call this battle Laws of Attraction. And you'll see why as we go along. It's got a great lesson. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, War. Perfect for this battle. All right, Beacon Rush, whole different critter than Domination. You gotta rush on in and grab the neutral beacon. That double jump from Frick, my Death Button Raven, allows him to get right to the center. Now, we got a 3 and hold. I wanna always press for their home spawn area. That's what you're always trying to do on Beacon Rush. You're trying to drive the fight back to their home if you can. Obviously, they're gonna grab a beacon too, like this one here. I'd love to get this one here, but all I'm doing right now, here's what I'm doing. I'm attracting a bunch of, I got 3 reds lining up over there to take me out. He was done just about anyhow. So I'm calling this Laws of Attraction. Attraction is part of the tactic I use in this game. When you're just about down to the last legs of your bot, what else can you do to help your team? Is it get a whole bunch of damage with a sliver bot? No, it's not. You're not going to be able to weather that one. But what can you do? You know that wherever you are going, reds are coming after you. That's how people fight. They go after the damage. A lot of them avoid the beacons. So I'm always going toward the beacons. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to, with my last leg, my dying breath, is grab a couple of reds to chase me in. If I'm healthy, I'm going to take some out. But if I'm not healthy, if I'm running down to the end of it, I'm going to go where I can lure some reds to me. I really want this beacon right here. Look at this. I was able to get it, but I'm not going to stop when I get here. I'm always trying to get reds. See, now I got some reds after me right now. I don't know if I'm going to make this one, but by standing in one spot, several reds came over to my area, and that's part of this game, is Laws of Attraction. Know that they are chasing after you. Know that if they're coming to you, they're leaving other areas unguarded. That's the whole point here. Lure the reds to you by basically going where they're not, but going toward one of their beacons, which will attract them to you and allow your mates to come in behind them and basically pick up the slack. The beacon you always want to be focused on is that spawn beacon, because if you're back there, they got to come back there to come get you, and by coming back there, they're leaving the rest of the battlefield unguarded, and you're really trying to basically get an opening for your mates to close in, grab those other beacons. So I'm always pushing toward their back spawn area. That's what I like to try to do. That was Pursuer, but now I'm in, this is my Avenger Bulwark. I call him Reaper, and I'm taking these guys down. I don't want to let the center up. But what I really want to do right now with Reaper is cause some Laws of Attraction. I'm gonna go back there. A big tanky bot. They all know it. I run my Aegis every once in a while. I'm letting it charge back up right now because I want to do this right. I want to get back over here. I want to get a whole bunch of them bored toward me. I got 1, 2, 3. Now I got another one, but now they're all coming after me. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna keep strong. I'm gonna hold out as long as I can. But in holding out, I'm gonna hold out as long as I can. That got 3 guys over to me. But in doing so, that allowed my men to kind of pick up some slack there. Now, look at that. No one's guarding this beacon because they all ran over to me to take me on as opposed to sticking by this beacon and guarding it. And as a result, our guys are now have a 4-1 beacon advantage. My final dying sacrifice paid off. Now, they're they're kind of pinned in their home spawn area. They can't leave it. If they do, they're going to get taken out. So now they're going to sit there. The beacon bar is going to whittle down, and the game is going to be over. So that was a nice green banner at the end. Use the laws of attraction, guys. When you're out there playing, if you're just about slivered out, figure out a way to see if you can lure a couple of the reds toward you to get them away from your mates. Allow them to kind of go in and take advantage of that gap in the field. So there you go, guys. If you see your name here, thanks for the game. A lot of good pilots on both sides. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and are able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel almost daily, so please stop by when you're able and check out the fresh new material. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. If you like what you see, please tap on the red subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. It would also be helpful if you could make a comment about the video, whether it's an example of how the episode helped you, or maybe additional advice to help elaborate on the tactics I shared, or even constructive comments that'll help clarify something I might have missed. It's all good and greatly appreciated. Finally, this game is full of challenges and can create frustration for some who are simply trying to have fun with this awesome game. My goal is to provide you all with helpful information and help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone who you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Make sure you're having fun, though, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.